Hey guys, so Earl here from Fanboy SEO, and today it's another magic session here in Madcap Gaming. We are here in San Pedro, Laguna, and today we are talking about the latest expansion for the series, which is Aether Drift. And today with me, and I cannot do this by myself, is my friend and my one-time kinonyatan ako, si Mr. Felix Capule. Judge, how are you?
Hello. Good afternoon, good day, good evening, kasan ka man. So, again, nasa Madcap Gaming tayo. Si Felix, certified judge, and Pinoy Planeswalker. So, yun. So, nandito tayo sa, to talk about Aether Drift, yung first set of the year. So, standard set siya. Along with, let me correct myself lang, from last video, kasama niya sa standard rotation this year is yung Final Fantasy, yung Spider-Man, yung Something About Tarkir, tsaka isa pa. 5 sets yan. Pero yun, about Aether Drift. So itong story nito is, ito actually yung unang set, I believe, na mapapakita yung Omen Path. Kasi yung Omen Path, yung mga Planeswalker, kasi before, kailangan pa mag-Planeswalk to transfer from one plane to another. Ngayon may Omen Path na, so may mga shortcuts sila. At lahat pwedeng dumaan sa Omen Path.
Okay.
Kung doon nagkakamali, alam ko ganun. So, yung race na to is, so Grand Prix siya, parang ganun, na tatlong plane yung ikutan niya. So, Kaladesh is yung invention something plane. Medyo steampunk yung ano niya, yung dating niya. Tapos doon galing si Chandra Nalaar.
Maraming may favorite sa kanya kasi parang siya yung isa sa mga kilala talaga sa
Isa sa
Magic.
mga OG, isa sa mga natitirang Planeswalker nila from the OGs, if I'm not mistaken. So far. Tapos yung isang plane is yung Amonkhet. Yung Amonkhet was released way back on 2017 yata, parang gano'n. Ito yung desert plane naman na nandun yung mga isa na sa mga set na may mga gods.
Okay.
That makes sense. Parang,
Egyptian gods yung tema
ganun,
nila. Okay.
So, isa siya, tapos yung isa is yung Muraganda. Yung Muraganda is a plane na hindi pa masyadong explored kung sa lore-wise. Hindi ako lore expert huwag ako i-ano doon. Pero alam ko hindi pa siya explored masyado.
Pero natakil na siya, lumabas na siya
sa ibang cards, pero hindi siya talagang tulad ng mga Kaladesh.
Okay.
So, yung Aether Drift, I believe ito yung pangalawang set na vehicle heavy.
What was the first one?
First one was Kaladesh.
Kaladesh talaga.
Yung Streets of New Capena medyo meron, pero hindi siya ganun katindi. Kumbaga, simula nung Kaladesh, nagkaroon ng mga vehicles na feature sila every now and then, pero not
Like
as
sa
heavily.
Burrows na, pero Steed kasi si ano pero vehicle technically.
So nagkaroon ng mga vehicle card type or artifact type. Pero yung focus is it only makes sense kasi karera daw eh.
Karera talaga.
So, and I'm also happy na nandito rin yung mount, which is part of Autos of Thunder Junction.
Yes.
So, horsemanship lang yung kulang. Horsemanship is sobrang lumang mechanic. From Portals of
OG
the
na
Kingdom.
yata yan eh. OG style, OG
So,
mechanic.
medyo OG.
Okay.
So yun, just like any other set, so may mga play booster tayo. Sa mga hindi pa nakakalam, ito yung mga pumalit sa sa draft tsaka sa set boosters.
Okay.
Also yung Aether Drift is yung unang set na 30 cards lang yung packs.
Oh.
It was 36 before.
So what happened? Anong cost cutting?
Basta more before.
Cost cutting ba yan or?
Ay, ewan ko sa boss eh.
Okay.
Tapos, meron tayong collector booster, siyempre. Yung bundle is a good product actually. Tapos sa bundle, sa Aether Drift, meron siya tinatawag na finish line bundle.
Iba pa to.
Iba pa yan.
Finish line
So yan yung parang base bundle. Tapos may finish line bundle na may mga colorful cards, mga first prize cards yung tawag nila.
Okay. So is it exclusive lang sa Aether Drift?
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually funny yun kasi yung cards ng mga first prize cards is gold bordered.
Okay.
May rules sa Magic na pag gold bordered yung card, it's not legal.
Pero did they make an exception for?
They should.
Okay.
Although to be honest, di ko binasa yung MTR. Pero kasi Magic back naman siya, so dapat lumusot.
Dapat.
Tsaka nasa main set so it only makes sense na bigyan siya dapat. Tapos, syempre meron siya commander product. for this set, dalawa. Si Temet, first time na-reveal yung character nito. He is a wizard now from Amonkhet or Naktanun, which is part ng Amonkhet.
The desert plain.
Yeah. Actually, maganda to kasi zombie siya. Yung color niya is Esper, white, blue, black. And very heavy sa mga zombie types.
Okay.
And yun, malakas yung commander. Siyempre, just like any commander set, may mga cards na fluctuate kasi lumabas yung card.
Yeah. May mga apektuhan talaga na cards na out already in the market.
Na MTG Finance stuff. Tapos si Shahili or Sahili Rai, nung na-introduce sa Kaladesh. Sahili Rai. And I believe doon din siya nakatira.
She's back.
Siya.
Okay.
She's back. And she's a creature now. So, isa sa mga nag-dispark ng mga Planeswalker.
Okay.
So, yun. So, to commander decks, if you're looking for commander decks for the set, pick both. So, yun. Overall, ano ba? Actually, ito yung, I'll be honest, ito yung isa sa mga set na hindi ko siya masyado nasabay.
Lore-wise or in terms of lore or in terms of
cards itself, kung hindi siya inaaral.
Okay.
Pero I believe it's an exciting set. Kaya kasi, historically, pag artifact-based yung set, broken yung set sa Magic. So yung Mirrodin, it started with Mirrodin. Kasi Mirrodin, medyo, tapos Kaladesh was broken. Yung yun kami gawan din sa sobrang artifact-based, pero medyo heavy din. Sobrang ganda ng set.
Which was demanding, high demand din di ba?
Ito. So, let's explore the set by opening collector boosters. Ito yung booster pack if you're into boarding collecting.
Yes.
Yung mga variants nandito. Sana makakuha tayo ng something interesting. Pero we'll talk about the cards and the mechanic.
Ilang na nito, Judge, for collector booster pack?
Ilang cards?
Ilang cards? 15. So, and how much is a collector booster?
8, sa store parang 8, at least 800 to 1K. Kaya siya yung sobrang sugal na ano.
Kasi hindi mo rin, pagbukas mo hindi mo sure kung ano yung makukuha mo. Kung may
Sobrang
maganda.
hit or miss, laki ng buy-in mo eh.
Oo.
So yun, kaya let's start with the token. Dapat double-sided to. Ay tama, yun pa rin. So collector booster, ganun siya. Ay, ganun yung rare. So, so yung rare niya is Regal Emperor's War. Foil. Ito yung mga nasa collector booster kasi masyado siyang variant heavy. Yan. So, yun.
Pero in terms of kuwari, siguro sabihin natin ako yung tipo na I will buy tapos I really don't care pero mas sa akin yung itsura ng cards. Is this a good investment?
If you don't care about the money, this is good.
This is good.
Kasi ito pala, kumbaga, if you're after the art, maganda eh. Diba? Tapos ito, mas ma-appreciate mo sa mas extended art or borderless cards. Yan. So, ito, kailangan ko to. Kasi may commander deck ako na puro borderless yung lupa eh. Pero yan. Pero itong Verge Cycle, simula siya sa Duskmourn yata, kung gano'n kahamali. Tapos, sorry kung medyo foggy yung yung brain ko, pero sobrang ganda ng land cycle na to.
Okay.
Kasi wala siyang drawback halos eh. Na kailangan mo lang magkaroon ng isang land type to produce the other.
Okay.
Usually yung mga ganyan, may side effect or may drawback kung tawagin
Kasi ito,
sa Magic.
red-blue talaga siya eh.
Ito kailangan mo lang ng mountain for you to produce the island part of it. So it's very good. So we have Hashaton Scarab first is a commander card. Makikita naman niya sa baba, usually the RMC.
Good pull. Good pull.
I believe so. It's also the secondary commander of Eternal Might.
Okay. So medyo good pull nga.
So pogi yan. Also ito, makikita nyo, medyo brief explanation lang about commander. Yung mana value niya is black and white lang, so or zone. Isipin mo baka black-white commander lang siya. Pero since sa rules text niya, merong blue, pwede siyang Esper commander kasi may blue siya dun sa ano.
Okay.
So yun, medyo tidbit lang sa rules nung
For that kasi. So paano kung meron ka niyan pero wala kang blue? Wala kang island sa deck mo.
Okay lang. Okay lang.
Okay lang yun.
Okay lang. Mga hindi naman siya hard rule. It's just it opens the more cards for you.
Oh, wow, another foil.
So, foil. Exhaust is a new mechanic. Kung nagkakamali. Then, activate mo siya only once per turn. So, nandun naman yung exhaust tas yung cost niya to activate it. So, yan. Pro Razor. So, Razor. Yeah.
Wow.
Actually, ang medyo feeling ko missed opportunity sa set na to.
Ano?
Walang wacky races na ano.
Sana nagkabit sila ng wacky racers. Oo nga.
Bibilisan niya ako nun kung meron. Inabahan ko eh. Kaso wala.
Alam naman nating lahat na si Penelope Pitstock lang ang hahabulin natin.
Oo, totoo.
What's that? Ito na siya.
Ano to, mga... Ito Japanese eh. Pero ito yung mga variant heavy na
Anime card. Ito yung anime, ano nila, di ba? Tama ba? If I recall correctly, ito meron silang nirelease ng mga anime related or anime heavy or Japanese heavy na cards. So, we got one here. So, very nice. Rover Blades. Very nice.
Equipment siya. Yeah. Ano yung equipment vehicle? Ako pala, pag sa vehicle, meron siyang crew. Basically, yung power number, pwede mo siyang sumakay bali yung tao.
Oo.
Para maging feature siya, mga attack siya.
So, kung sa card yan, ang visual representation niya, ito yung card na nakapatong yung isang ano? Hindi
Yeah.
Ganun.
Para siyang aura or something. Channel. So, ito isa pa siyang vehicle.
Pero non-foil.
Art eh. Para siyang
Cyberpunk.
cartoonish na cyberpunk. Ganda. Hunter's Joyride. So, siyempre, meron tayong walang katapusang lands na full art.
Na maganda yung art.
Oo, maganda. Actually, ganda naman. Para siyang pirate ship eh.
Okay.
Diba?
Pero walang pirate ship sa mga planes na ano. Ay, wow. Ang ganda ng art.
So, ito mga uncommon cards na to na foil. So, yun yung ano, kumbaga yung kung habol mo yung foiling tsaka yung variants, go with CBB o collector boosters if you have the money for it.
Yes.
Kumbaga kung hindi mo habulin yung return, kasi doon sa pala to hindi ako sure eh, kung nabawi eh. Yung lupa, I am sure may value at least 500. Pero kung binilis mo ng 1K, so doon ka pa ng 400.
Oh, yes.
Diba?
Sunog
Hindi ko
ka
lang
pa.
alam kung ma-press yung dalawa pa.
Pero again, that's the risk of playing for ano. If you're playing if you're entering with the mentality of earning back your
Yeah.
money.
That's why you should not. Kumbaga, be there for the experience. I mean, if you're a reseller, siguro, sige.
Yeah.
Pero if you're reselling, kasi you'll not be opening 2 packs lang. Diba?
Yes.
Kumbaga, the more the merrier, dahil higher chances kung ano.
Okay, we're
Ano nga
opening
ba?
the second collector's pack.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Para may onting 3.
Ayan.
Yan. So, Queen's Card Crag, pakita ko lang, pero ito yung mga commons. Okay naman to, I mean, it's a reprint. Good. Itong mga reprint, yung mga parang low value common cards, kaya siya nandito kasi for draft, yung mga limited environment.
Okay.
Para may mana fixers na. So, flood the engine, ito cute. Ano yan? Possum sense mo. May kasakay din.
What an art.
Yan. Cute lang. Ano ba? Run over. Sorry yan. Meron tayo Spell Pierce. Reprint. Good card for standard. Pace Setter Paragon.
Standard. Ano lang?
Standard.
Normal.
Okay naman. Ayan. Ano siya? Roadside Barrage. Instant card. Okay.
Okay.
Okay din. So, Mountain Extended Art. So, ito yung mga pogi talaga ng art eh.
Oo. Yun nga yung mga Japanese art na inano nila eh. Nag-get sila ng mga Japanese artists to develop or make some art for cards.
At parang medyo ano siya, no? Parang medyo new school-ish tattoo yung style niya.
Tsaka yung colors na iba.
Sobrang
stand out.
loud eh. Loud ng kulay eh. Okay, so, yung mga token.
Okay lang.
Actually, ito yung isa sa mga card na iniisip ko nung pinag-usapan itong set. Kasi, I like this card a lot. Bloodgust was first released nung Zendikar. We're in the set that I technically came back playing competitively.
Few years ago.
Yes. Di pa ako judge nun. So, matagal na akong judge. So, yun. The card is very good. I'm not sure lang ba siya nakaset. Kasi yung ability niya is landfall. Pag landfall kasi sabihin land heavy mechanic eh. Kasi alam mo, as Bloodgust kasi, pag landfall ka, as nasa graveyard siya, babalik siya.
Okay.
So,
Mechanic din siya.
ha?
Maganda-ganda rin yung
Blast to,
mechanic
blast to
niya.
card to. Pero yun nga, hindi naman land-based heavy yung set as far as I'm concerned, as I remember. At yung naunang set sa kanya, hindi rin ganun
Hindi din
kalaki.
ganun gana.
So hindi ko alam
medyo
kung anong
out of
support
place siya
meron
ng konti.
Oo. Unless yung Tarkir na parating is land heavy, or baka ma-replete yung 5 lands doon, sana. Or I doubt kasi yung Final Fantasy magiging land heavy. So,
Hindi mo
alam
creature heavy si Final
Yun
Fantasy.
nga eh. So yun, sobrang weird. Ito is, ang ganda. Human Knight. Ay, ang ganda ng art. Hindi ko lang maganda yung card, pero ang ganda ng art.
Wow.
Ilang araw na ako naglaro ng puro pala. Balik ako na yung baby.
Gastol, Rio, Thrall, Naba.
Another roadster racing car themed na cards.
If you're into the art, sobrang sulit, I think. If you're into the art, ang ganda ng set. If you're just for the art, siguro buy the cheaper one cards na ganda. Kasi hindi mo naman siya kailangan, pero okay siya. Ano to? Ito commander card.
Oh.
Yung Ether, yan yung nakukuha nila ng energy sa Kaladesh.
Peter.
As may card na the Aether Spark, wala siya dito eh. Pero may card na Aether Spark, alam ko ito siya eh. Ito yung art niya. Siya yung kaunahang legendary planeswalking equipment.
Oy.
Siya yung pinakamahal sa set na to.
Okay.
Yan, so siya. So we have a mythic foil. The speed demon, okay.
What is a mythic foil?
Yeah, yung mythic rare siya, so basically yung highest rarity sa
Okay,
cards. Tapos, meron siyang mechanic na starter engines which is yung sa set na to. Yung starter engines, for me, interesting siya kasi hindi siya broken. Sabi dito, if you have no speed count, it starts at 1. Tapos, it increase on each of your turn when an opponent lose life. Max speed is 4. So, pag nag-max speed ka ng 4, may mangyayari, may benefit.
Okay.
And I believe, again, sorry kung hindi ko na, mga judges, sorry pero kung hindi ko na basa kasi yung ano talaga. Pero I believe yung max speed is hindi siya bababa. So pareha siya ng City's Blessing ng set way back, Exalan. As yun. So alam ko hindi siya nababawasan. So pag na-reach mo siya, nandun na siya, naka-max speed 4 ka na. So,
Hindi na tataas, hindi na baba?
Hindi na bababa.
Okay, hindi na bababa. Pwede pa i-enchant para tumaas.
Wala
Wala na.
Tsaka hindi siya kasi counter, so hindi siya mapupurifrate.
Okay.
So, kailangan mo siyang paghirapan, which is good. Mas tulad niya, at the beginning of your end step, you draw X cards and lose X life for X speed. So, yung max speed mo will determine kung ano yung nagagawa at magagawa ng card. That's why it's very wide open. Yung Hull Drifter, the last card from the Collector Booster, na poging ano rin.
Foil.
So, full art. So the set itself, I didn't play pre-release, so hindi ko masabi yung limited environment niya. Yung standard niya, nagsisimula pa lang or kung saan environment nito. Pero I believe it's promising nga. And historically kasi hindi mo na mababago yun eh. If it's a commander set, it tends to be broken.
Until it fixes itself down the line, you know?
Will it stay the same for either drift? We still have to see. Well, as far as the set is concerned, as far as the mechanics are concerned, lalo na yung starter engine, yung
Aether Spark.
exhaust.
Aether Drift.
I think the mechanics are good.
Okay.
It makes up for a good constructed environment and even for limited environment. How the cards will work well and, for other formats like Modern, Pioneer, Legacy, still yet to be seen. So, for Commander, ito, wild na to si... I mean, madami nag-expect sa card na to. Sa Commander na to.
Ayan, sa EDH na yan.
May card actually na alam ko buo to, lagi 700 isa dahil sa akin. Pero, ganun talaga eh. That will eventually find it will normalize din yung price point.
I'm also curious, Judge, and siguro, it's parang educate na rin natin or help understand sa mga new players. Meron nagkaroon ng pre-release recently and there was like parang rankings.
Okay.
So ako personally hindi ko gets eh. So pero kaya nandito si Judge para tulungan tayo intindihin 'yon.
Okay. I believe we're talking about the Commander brackets.
Yes.
Actually, may vlog out ko doon.
I-post natin yan.
Pero yung Commander bracket kasi, it was a system that was designed by, I forgot the group, pero yung group kasi is made up of people that was also part of the Commander Advisory Group or CAG. So yung group na to, tsaka yung rules committee ng, kasi yung Commander, sobrang, so yung main format talaga ng Warzone, obviously. Kasi kaya may mga ganito sa mga standard set kasi Commander yung pinaka-format. Aminin man nila o hindi. Kaya sobrang dami ng legendary creatures kasi Commander yung pinaka-main format.
Okay.
Now, a few months back, ito yung backstory doon. Nagkaroon ng banning na ban nila yung Jewel Lotus, which was printed sa Commander Legends,
aka Black Lotus Light.
the Black Lotus Light, and the card was designed for Commander itself. So yung argument ng mga tao, bakit i-ban yung card that was built for the format? Which makes sense.
Tama.
I actually agree with them naman. The other card was Darkside Extortionist, also released from Commander set C17 yata, if I'm not mistaken. Sobrang lakas ng card. Walang debate kung bakit siya nag-ban. At least for me. The next one was Mana Crypt. Tama, no? Mana Crypt yung isa pa, no? The Odyssey Impact. Tatlo, di ba? So, yung Mana Crypt, to me, was weird. Kasi yung banning ng Mana Crypt, although yung sinabi nila, would of course make sense because they justify the reason.
It's really strong.
Kumbaga, parang lawyer shit galing. Pero kasi, the card has been existing for a long time. Why ban it now?
May parang magkano ka ng conspiracy na bakit? Why?
Kasi sabi nila, ang reason nila, sobrang bilis nung zero to cast yun, by the way. So, parang Jewel Lotus. Tapos, nag-create siya ng fast mana. I think that was banned because of Jewel Lotus to support yung ban ng Jewel Lotus. Pero that begs the question na bakit hindi banned yung Sol Ring? Yung iba pang cards na low-costed that ramps players. Bakit ganun? Ang problem doon kasi, the banning was created for casual players, but those people playing those cards are not really casual players.
Yeah, they are hardcore
Kasi
na.
highly competitive yung cards eh. So nadamay din yung CDH, which is yung competitive Elder Dragon Highlander, which is the highest tier of competitive Magic. Tapos, ang nakakatawa at nakakalungkot na nangyari, ito. May natanggap na death threat yung mga member ng RC.
Wow.
Si Olivia Gober Hicks was one of those. At ang nakakatawa, kasi ang irony doon, siya yung titiro ng mga tao na hindi nila alam. Sabi ni, nakalimutan ko yung pangalan, basta isa sa former judge din to. Pag din siya ng RC, ang sabi niya, si Olivia Gober Hicks yung nagde-defend sa card na mag-iba.
So nagkamali pa yung inaway nilang tao.
Pero yung iba naman na like Stubby Elliott is high-level judge. Sila Scott Larrabee, I believe. Basta yung mga nag-decide na maban yung cards. Nakatanggap sila ng death, which should not happen.
Laro lang.
Tsaka they're doing it voluntarily. Yun yung RCs were doing it voluntarily. So, iba yung rules committee sa Commander Advisory Group. Let's not talk about Commander Advisory. Pero, sobrang daming nangyaring events because of those banning. That led to this bracket system. So yung WotC, yung Commander format kasi before is the only format that they don't get. One of the official formats, so ito yung official format na hindi nila hawak yung banning.
Okay.
Kasi may mga unofficial format na hindi nila hawak syempre. So, since hindi nila hawak, it would only make sense for them to step in. Kasi yun yung pinaka-popular format nila eh.
True.
Ang pinabayaan nila yun, paano yung format. So, nag-step in sila. As Gavin Verhey is one of the people who spearheaded the group. Para Commander something panel. Sila yung gumawa ng bracket system at naggawa ng 40 cards na game changer. By the way, yung bracket system is not a hard rule. It's a recommendation. So kung gusto nyo grupo nyo magsunod, wag. Kasi, pero to me, yung bracket system, although better pa lang siya, it's good. It's a step to the right direction. Kumbaga, it opens up discussions na mas clearer. Kasi yung system before, I got to the previous people who did it. Yung system before is 1 to 10. Tapos may power level 5 and 6 na parehas na naman yung ginagawa.
Okay.
So bakit parang yung sobrang blur ng lines between the others? Yung 1 to 5 mas clearer kasi ano mo, yung numbers mo,
Tama.
mas defined dapat siya. Although ngayon hindi pa siya ganun ka-define.
Is it are we talking about in local scene or globally?
I think wala pa naman siyang actual implications kasi ang unang may event ito is yung MagicCon Chicago, if I remember correctly. Should be happening in a few months. Pero kasi yung websites na MTG Goldfish, Architect, tsaka Moxfield, kasi yung mga account ako doon.
Okay.
So nung lumabas yung article, like few hours after, updated na rin yung mga site na ito yung power level ng deck mo. Which is actually yung ibang power level na sinasabi nila. Sa mga GC ang ingay na eh. Parang, sabi sa'yo, casual yung deck ko kasi ganyan. Feeling ko hindi pa ganun ka-tuned yung sites doon sa gustong mangyari ng bracketing system. Kasi may mga level 1 lang daw na alam ko namang hindi level 1 yung deck nila eh.
Mukhang level 2, gano'n.
Tsaka the worst people, even before the bracketing system, the worst people to critique their deck, to say kung yung power level ng deck nila is the owner. Kasi nalagay sabihin na hindi casual lang yung deck.
Alam nila eh. alam naman nila eh. Alam nila si sarili nila eh.
So yun, again, it's a step in the right direction. It's good. Hopefully, more communities will adapt to it. I'm planning to adopt it. Siguro events na magkakaroon ng ganun. Pero kasi, still a long way. Still a long way for the matches.
Okay. Thanks for that, Judge. Any last comments or any last on this deck on
Rift? I think it's a good set. Tingin ko nga ito yung set na I'm looking at it more as a fan. Kasi nga, admittedly, hindi ko siya nabasa eh. Gawa ng busy sa work, tsaka medyo basta yun. Pero looking at it, kumbaga dun sa sa parang on the surface. And based on historical nga ng pagiging artifact based set siya, I think it's gonna be good.
It's good.
And I don't think it's gonna be as broken as the other ones before it. Kasi nga yung starter engine hindi siya broken eh. Wala mo siya matabuhan.
Kumbaga parang pinagplanuhan na, pinag-isipan na nila na maayos paano na mag-build.
Sobrang talino nung set for me. Again, this is from someone looking at it from the outside. Na hindi ko siya inaral, hindi ko siya binusisi. Ang tinignan kong cards dito sa totoo wala pang 10. Kasi
Hinala mo lang yung mga pang-build mo sa deck mo. Okay.
Yung the rest, hindi ko binasa at all. Pero yun, if you have the chance to pick up the set, this was released. Release date niya is February 14.
Yeah.
Yung weekend na to. So, still have time, go to local game stores, go to Madcap or kung saan ka man. Dami naman dyan. Si Butlers, Santa Rosa, Habis United, Magic sa Summer Cavite, featuring dami, Mana Underground,
Yan, man, underground.
Boss Carlo.
And also, eto na yung part na lagi natin, let's speculate what's coming in the next few months, in the next few weeks. Ano bang next na deck para naabangan natin?
I think Final Fantasy, if I'm not mistaken, Final Fantasy is
Is it gonna be released like a standard or parang magiging parang Worlds Beyond lang din siya, Universes Beyond?
Standard set.
Standard,
So,
as in, parang ganito din siya darating. So it's like the Lord of the Rings from last year.
It's like Lord of the Rings but better. Kaya ko sinabing better kasi part siya ng standard. Nung una nga mali yung interpretation na sinabi ni ano mo ko naman sinasabi. Pero since part siya ng standard, yung formats na tatamaan niya mas malaki. Tapos mas challenge, I guess, yung deck building at yung cards, deck building ng mga tao at yung cards ng set. Kasi standard is limited mas onti yung sets nito And then you go to modern. And since standard legal siya, magagawa niya yung hindi nagawa nung Lord of the Rings, na magiging pioneer legal siya.
Okay.
So, tapos syempre, yung legacy and then vintage, if my cards not worth it to be part of this, like master level or the one na actually na, pero kung may ganun level dun, let's see. Kasi syempre yung commander pa. There were some tours, although sa ibang bansa, narinig ko lang, na naapektuhan yung sales ng Aether Drift because of Final Fantasy.
Kasi nagtipid sila, nag-skip
Tipid
sila.
yung mga tao, naabangan yung
Final Fantasy.
I can say for the rest of the Philippines, pero sa ibang bansa ako narinig yun.
Let's speculate. So, may chance ba na magkakaroon din ng EDH or ng Commander deck yung Final
I
Fantasy?
believe so.
Okay.
Actually, I think it would be at least four decks.
Kasi ito, kulang,
Five,
diba? For Aether Drift, dalawa lang. So, last, is parang dalawa lang din yata, tatlo.
Kasi kumbaga I believe yung Lord of the Rings has 4.
That's 4.
Diba? So, if you're a fan of Final Fantasy, I mean, you're more of a fan of it.
Yes.
I only played Final Fantasy 8. So,
This needs to be corrected. Papayaramin natin na bigyan natin ng kopya to.
Hindi ko kaya mahabang gameplays Pero, yung sa Final Fantasy 8 pa lang, you can already name more than 5 characters that you think would be a good character to be face commander.
Yes.
Diba?
And
Just
alam din nila kung sino yung mga nila. Pero ang problem kasi sobrang dami na nilang heroes
Well,
more than, if the base mo sa Dissidia, parang 11, 12, 13 heroes na
So, I mean, mga taga Middle Earth, I'm more of a Middle Earth person, pero if you compare Lord of the Rings to Final Fantasy, which do you think is a bigger franchise?
May bias ako sa Final Fantasy sa akin.
And I believe that would be the case for most people. Diba? Kasi Lord of the Rings, medyo hindi siya ganun ka-expose sa general media.
Yeah. True.
So, tas yung mga na-expose doon, mostly dahil sa books and then the movies. Tas yung mga series na. So, talagang yung Final Fantasy, sobrang dati pa.
They sold billions of dollars of games. So,
That alone tells you na numbers-wise, I mean, it's a good business decision for WotC to involve franchises like Final Fantasy.
And
And then
Marvel.
Spider-Man will be coming in.
ayun, for Spider-Man, is it gonna be like this,
Like
like
this.
Lord of the Rings style din na, it's gonna be part of us, kasi for us, for KOLs, pinapadala, so it's gonna be part of that, or, okay, so hindi siya yung tipong bibilhin ko pa, pupunta pa ako sa Madja para bumili, kasi it's limited, like the Assassin's Creed box.
Hindi siya just think of the universe beyond set, like Final Fantasy and Spider-Man, the part ng standard rotation,
Like Jurassic
just
World.
like any other sets. The
Jurassic
standard.
World din, di ba?
Jurassic Park was an insert sa
Oo
Exalan.
nga pala.
So yun, mga Final Fantasy fans, good luck sa wallet nyo.
I know I am. So anyway, Judge, parting words. Where can they find you as usual? Where will they,
You can find me at every corner. So dito lang ako sa Backup Gaming almost every weekend. Also I have a page, Pinoy Planeswalker. So yun, may ongoing fundraiser kami. So yun,
Fundraiser? Anong fundraiser yan? Sige, mamaya, I'll post it within the video so that you can help out kung ano naman yung fundraiser nila.
Kasi, this will be the third na fundraiser, na playmat yung ano. So, we have a local artist na nag-design siya. So, people can purchase those playmats. Tapos, yung part ng proceeds doon, siyempre, babayaran ko yung playmat. Tapos, yung proceeds ng rest will be used sa outreach activity. Ang plano ko sa Kanlungan sa Irma, sa Pasita.
Okay.
So, yun. Mga kids yun nandun, mga babae. Na may mga, syempre, backstory kasi lang.
Yeah.
Tapos, yun. Also, there will be a HobbyCon next week sa Dasma.
Dasma yata eh.
Dasma.
Uy, HobbyCon, bumalik na kayo dito sa malapit lang.
Yeah.
Ayoko lang mag-vlog.
HobbyCon, ano naman yung event ng Mana Underground sa Okada, nakalimutan ko yung date.
Nata ko rin,
Silang dual commander event doon. Yung Boss Carlo, yung Mana Underground people. And yun, support yung local game store. Madaming event dyan. Enjoy lang kayo. Have
Tsaka,
fun. Huwag kayo mag-death threat, please na.
Tapos, Madcap Gaming is open from 9 ba? 9 umaga or 8?
Usually 10. 10 to... Hanggang oras matulog si Mark.
Hindi ko alam eh. Kung anong oras, minsan madaling araw na dumadaan, bukas pa eh.
Oh, yung mga nag-Beyblade, nagagabi dito.
Yes. Tsaka ako Beyblade, yun, soon may Beyblade na tayo, Beyblade content.
Yan.
Anyway guys, so yun, please follow Madcap Gaming on Facebook and then syempre follow nyo rin si Judge. And then like and subscribe to the channel for more magic contents and magic updates. And I promise, tutulungan ko yung magbibigay din ako dun sa magbibigay ako dun sa fundraising. Kailangan yan. Anyway guys, thanks for watching and hope to see you soon. Take care all.
Thank you.
Bye guys.